Hello, my friends. It's Christine from Christine's Stamping Spot, back with you for another Mystery Monday video. Happy Monday and happy March. We are into the third month of the year. Hard to believe. Still looks very much like winter here in Alberta. We had another snowfall last night and we had a big blizzard last weekend, so winter is catching up to us now. March is definitely coming in like a lion, so I hope you are warm and cozy wherever you are. Today we're going to take a look at the Painted Lavender Suite. So this is the stamp set and you get it with some dies, and if you are looking for it, it's in our mini catalog. Very popular. It is right here, on page 24. And there are some samples also on 25. So a beautiful sort of spring feeling set, lots of purples. So if you're a fan of purple, this is definitely for you. And has some great images and some great dies in there to cut out a lot of these images. So I just wanted to show you first the designer paper. It is beautiful. So excuse me, I have cut a couple pieces up already. So the first sheet, if you can imagine, looks like this. It's a 12 by 12. So you've got these beautiful flowers just cascading up to the skies. So you've got that pattern on one side, and then you have this on the other. So this is the only piece I think that I've really cut up. The rest are like this. So you've got this one, and the back is like this, lots of purple. This is beautiful. You have some little butterflies in there and a bit of white speckled throughout, and this beautiful green on the back. This green, I believe, is shaded spruce they've used in the palette. And then here too, this is beautiful, even for a scrapbook page, or if you wanted to cut it into panels for card fronts. And you've got this sort of gingham pattern on the back. This one here, which is also very pretty, little posies. Beautiful, gorgeous grape on the back. And then this last one too, which has some sort of heather bundles in it and beautiful little spruce colored branches on the back. So very, very pretty color palette in this. Very beautiful paper. Okay, so the card we're going to make is this one. It's like a fancy fold. This was inspired by Debbie McGee, who I believe is in the States. And so you just open it up like this and you have room to write your greeting in there. So a bit of a fun fold. And I'm going to switch up this piece a little bit in the one we're going to do today. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of gorgeous grape. Now this is cut at 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 3 inches on the 7 1/4 side. So I'm just going to burnish that score line here. And this is what's going to make that opening flap, okay? Now we have to add our little hinge piece. So I use some dies to create these hinges. Now this one, they're both from the Nested Essentials dies, which look like this. Okay, so for this one, I use the largest and the second largest, and then I cut them about 1 1/4 inches past the point, and then I had to leave a 1/2 inch for a score line to fold that over. For the one we're doing here, I use the largest and the second largest of this sort of flagged die here. And so that's what you'll see here. Okay, now what I did was I scored the largest at 1/2 inch to fold over, because that is what we are going to attach to the inside of our base right here. I'm going to leave this one for just a minute because we're going to stamp on that one. So here, I'm just going to put a bit of adhesive on this folded spot here. And then you're going to place it kind of wherever you want. I'm going to sort of aim to put it in the middle, even though it may not be quite in the middle, but I'll put it maybe about here. And that's what's going to be your flap on the front. Now on this piece, this is the second largest, but I did cut it off about, I think it was 1/4 inch, just so it would line up and sort of become a really nice mat in there. So let's maybe do our stamping on this right away, and then it'll be done. So for this one, I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape. And the stamp set, I'm going to make it another birthday card. And so because the perennial stamp set doesn't have a greeting, I went back to the circle sayings, which I think I've used quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. You might be getting tired of it, but I just think some of these greetings are perfect. So I took the happy birthday from there, and I'm going to do that in our Gorgeous Grape. And just ink that up and try to put it maybe kind of a little more to the bottom right. Kind of like so. And then in the stamp set, there were some images of, let me grab it here. We have these little butterflies here. So I am going to stamp a couple of those, and I'm going to do those in, you guessed it, Highland Heather, which goes perfect with this paper. So we're going to do a couple of butterflies just here at the top of our greeting, like so. Okay, just to fill that in a little bit. Now, if you had some of our other brass butterflies, you could use those or anything else. It doesn't have to be butterflies, but I thought there are some butterflies in some of the paper. Okay, so now we can attach this onto our little flag there. So I'm going to line it up right at the edge, or as close to the edge, and into the center there, so it's nicely nested like that. Okay, so I guess that's a little bit crooked, isn't it? Oh my. Oh, let's try that again. Didn't have that at a very good angle, I guess. So we will put this, maybe this is better. Okay. Let's try that. I think that's a little bit more even. Okay, so that will be our flag. So now we can decorate these panels. So I'm going to start on the inside. So I've cut 3 pieces of that designer paper. 2 of them will be for the outside and the inside. And then this one, this narrower one, is going to go here on the right. Now I will post these measurements on the post. And we will put this one like right, just to cover up that flag, that seam of that flag. And then I've cut a piece of basic white that I'm just going to butt up right next to it, and that's where you can write your greeting. Okay, so let's just put this on here, and we will put this right next to it. Give that a press. So that will be your greeting panel. And then these 2, one is going to go on the outside and one on the inside. Okay, so maybe I'll leave this one for the outside. And I mean, you could use any one of these patterns in the package for this card. You know, they would all just go really lovely. There's something about the purple. Okay, and this one we will put on the inside here. Okay, so they will end up like this. All right, so this kind of flows right together. It almost like the pieces I chose match up right here, which is kind of neat. All right, so now we just have to decorate at the front. So here I just cut out from the dies some of the holly and the, or not the holly, oh my gosh, I've got Christmas on my head because of all the snow. The heather, pardon me. So let me just get this out so you can see it better. So I think I'm going to use maybe about 3 of the heather pieces, which I cut out from the dies. And then I cut out 2 sprigs. Okay, so now I just have to decide where I want them to go. And then I'm just going to put these down with some glue. Just sort of tack them down. And you can decide like how many you want. Do you just want one of the green, or do you want more of the green? You can just sort of lie them down first to see what you like. And then we can attach those. So I think I might just do it something like that. Okay, so let me put these green ones down first. And I'm just going to tack a little bit of Tombow on there, just on these little, they're very fine sprigs. You could use an adhesive sheet as well if you wanted, but I don't mind if some of these little sprigs are loose. That's okay too. Oh, my bottle of glue here is a little bit, if it's running on empty, I have to get another one for next time. Okay, I don't know if that's even enough. Let's see. Let's just try to squeeze a little more on here. Okay, let's start with that. And then this one, but if we lie that sort of over here. Okay, so this is the shaded spruce. That's what I cut these out of. Which is really a nice little contrast green to these. Very spring looking, brighter green, which is lovely. Okay, and then this one. Let's put this one. I'm kind of working around this flag a little bit too here, so. Okay, and then we will put our lavender in there. I don't know, have any of you actually been to a lavender farm? When we were vacationing in BC one year, we went to one in the Kelowna area, and it was amazing. Just seas of purple everywhere. It was just so beautiful. We got a really nice tour of it. Some of the products that they made with their lavender. We got to make some little lavender sachets there that we could take home, and different types of lavender, which is interesting too. So I know not everybody likes the scent, but it is supposed to be kind of a calming scent that even is supposed to help with sleep, I heard. Now, I've never tried it, but yeah, there's different things you can do, you know, to scent your laundry and things with lavender to, you know, like your pillowcases and things that might help with your sleep. So I don't know, I'd have to research that a little bit more to see, but that's always great if that would work. All right, so there, I put on my sprigs of lavender. All right, so now what we're gonna do is add some linen thread. Now I did a double bow, so a double piece, and we're just gonna sort of put that towards the bottom to sort of make it look like they are all tied together. All right, so let me find my glue dots here, or you could just use some glue as well. Just stick this on. Let's see. Did that come off? I don't think so. Let's try 2. Okay. So we'll do 2 glue dots, and we'll try to stick that on. Do a little bit lower, but not too low. Then I might have to trim off some of those tails a little bit. They're a little bit long here. There. I think that's probably good. Yeah, there you go. So you have two different styles of closure there. They don't actually stick down. Now, I wonder if you were to kind of position your leaves or something so it would help tack them down. You could always try that. But I don't know, which one do you prefer of these flags? This one's a little bit shorter. This one's a little bit longer. This one, I forgot, we're still going to add, oh my goodness, I just noticed it on the other one, some of our purple gems. These are just so pretty. So let's add some onto the white just to give it a little pop. Maybe I'll just do 2 on this one. Yeah, so there you go. So that's our Mystery Monday project for today, our first Monday in March. So I hope you enjoyed that project, and we will see you again next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.